Are we live? Let me see. No, you all think I'm crazy every time we go live. So do I. Let me just see if I'm on here. All right. Ah, yes. Oh my God. It's a miracle. All right. Let me show this to my group and then we're ready to rock and roll. Mm, yeah. So sorry. Give me 2 seconds. All right. Ready to rock and roll. Oh my God. There's a dog barking like crazy. Hopefully you can't hear it too much. Zoom is amazing for that. Zoom really, I live in a city, you have to do everything in Zoom. I know I need to change that. I know I keep saying that, but that's all right. All right, so today we are talking about promos. Who here, just drop it down below, is ready to rock and roll, has totally planned out Q4 and has all of the assets made, everything ready to go. Drop it down below if that is you. If that is not you, even if it's you, you probably want to listen to this anyway, just because it's fun and maybe it'll give you an idea. But if it's not you, you definitely want to listen to this because this is the time. It is already October 2nd. And what is October 2nd? 90 days till the end of the year. So 90 days. You can change your entire life in 90 days. There is a lot that you can do in 90 days. So what I want to talk about today is Q4 promotions and how you can get it going on. If you have an audience that's already active and everything, obviously that's the most ideal, but stay till the end if you don't. And I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to do that if you have a cold audience or an audience that's not that active yet. Yet. But right now, start it right now because think of this. Even if it's not the most like Q4 of your entire universe dreams, right? If you don't start now, what's Q1 going to be like? You're going to be in the exact same spot. So start right now and, maybe start like walking, then walking fast, then jogging, sprinting. By the time Q1 comes around, you're going to be like really well positioned. And that's what it's all about. So do not slow down during Q4. Some people do. So we want to get clear on what you want to promote, when to promote it, how to prep, even when your audience isn't warmed up. The last 90 days it's chaos. It's fun. It's exciting. There's a lot going on. It's packed with a lot of buying intent. People are ready to buy. That's just tis the season, right? People are ready to invest in growth. They realize, oh my God, this whole year I've been talking about this. I wanted to start. I haven't done this. Whether for me, it's you as a business, you're like, I'm all in, where do I sign up? DM me. If it's you as a coach and you're doing you're a fitness coach, they're like, oh, it's the end of the year. I haven't done what I said. I haven't lost the pounds that I wanted or gotten in shape, or my muscles aren't looking as sleek as they need to be, whatever it is. I haven't gotten that dream job yet. Whatever it is, just keep in mind you need to think that the way they think, the way you think, right? We're like, oh my God, it's almost the end of the year, only 90 days left. Let's go. So that's the way you need to think about it. There's a lot of people that are just getting into the mood of buying because it's the buying season. And never forget that all retail businesses make pretty much all of their money in the last, almost 2 months of the year. So it is the time. But without a clear plan, without a strategy, without really knowing like what you're doing every step of the way, you're going to end up either ghosting your audience entirely, you're going to get overwhelmed and just like not show up, or you're going to start doing last minute, like, hey, I've got this thing, buy it today. And, neither one of those is where you want to be or what's going to work. So don't do either. All right, you can still have an amazing Q4 if you have not yet strategized, but you need to start right now. So, we are going to talk about how to plan, prep, and profit. Remember, this is a business. We want you making money. So don't disappear and don't go all like buy this, Black Friday frenzy on us. Now, neither one of those is how you want to show up or how you want to represent yourself. So there's a smarter way to plan your promotions and finish this year strong. Ever since I'm using my laptop, I probably look like a crazy person. I don't know where to put my eyes. Sorry. All right. First things first, decide what you actually want to promote. If you're not used to doing it, maybe you choose one thing that you want to promote the entire Q4. If you're like, yeah, I want to do more than that, choose one thing a month. And I'm going to show you how you can do that, but choose one thing a month. So one main offer a month. And maybe your main offer isn't buy, 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 buy. Maybe it's, showing up on um, maybe it's a webinar or a challenge or something like that. That could be it. And then you sell at the end of that, whatever it is, but choose one thing a month that you're going to focus in on. So example could be October. Maybe you're going to focus on visibility and list building. And so you want to promote a lead magnet. Maybe that's the really big thing you want to promote in October is a lead magnet. And for all of us, that is never a bad idea, right? We want to be growing our lists. It's a way to get people active without, it's a way for us to give without selling. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe you want to do Black Friday, right? Maybe you want to do Black Friday. So you're going to be like, that's in November. And so October, I really just want to kind of build. That's amazing. Do it. November, you want to do a paid offer. So that you're like, I'm doing my Black Friday offer. So that's that. Or maybe you're like, I'm not going to do Black Friday. I'm going to do some sort of fast action offer in November, whatever that is. And then December rolls around and year-end reflection, New Year's planning, whatever. There are a million things that you can offer in December. You don't have to do 3 brand new offers. Don't start recreating the wheel right now. Do not do that. So reframe what you already have, reposition what you already have, relaunch something with a new angle, bundle things together. Those are all great ways to do it. Add different bonuses to it. That always makes it different, that you're not going to add again or that are different from what you added the last time you did it. However you want to do it. All right, so let's start talking about when are you going to start talking about it? All right. I like to go by the 4-3-2-1 rule. 4-3-2-1. It's easy to remember, but this is the best way, in my opinion, and I've been around a while, to really max out a promotion. So 4 weeks out, what you want to do is you want to start teasing it. You absolutely need to start showing up constantly. I'm going with daily. Content around it. You don't have to be promoting it, but you want to start talking about content around whatever it is that you're talking about, right? And more than likely, you're doing that in some way, shape, or form anyway. But if you've got like 4 pillars and you're doing an offer on this pillar, you want to lean heavy on the content on that pillar. Does that make sense? So 4 weeks out, start teasing it. Hey, I'm thinking about doing X, Y, and Z. Would you be interested? Those are, if you have some sort of an audience, you can do that. If you don't have an audience yet, just start teasing it out there anyway. Start doing the content about it. 3 weeks out, drop a lead magnet, early bird teaser that goes directly with it, right? Something that goes directly with it. So an early bird, depending on how active your audience is, you could have early bird signups. You could have, for the 3 weeks out, I mean, you could do something like waitlist. You could do early bird pricing and sell it right then. If you have a very active list, you might want to do something like that. Waitlist is okay if you don't have a list at all, that you could do waitlist. That would be all right. 3 weeks out. So some sort of a lead magnet, some sort of early bird teaser, like, anyway, I can think of a million ideas, but think about in your business, what could you do 3 weeks out? that would really be aligned directly to what you're offering, what that offer is going to be. Then 2 weeks out, 3, 2, 1, remember 3, 2, 1, 2 weeks out, start doing warm up emails, right? Warm up polls, stories directly. Now we're going all in, right? 2 weeks out, we're going all in. Early DM conversations, get in there, start getting people ready, active. And then 1 week out is go time. You want to post daily. You want to start doing urgency things, last chance posts, really go all in. So 3, 2, 1. That is the way it goes. So what kind of assets do you need? The more you prepare ahead of time, the easier this is going to be. If you've ever done like a 5-day challenge or a really big launch, if you start trying to do stuff at the last minute, we've all been there. I've done it. I mean, I've been doing it like the night before or the morning of. I've done the morning of. It it's already a chaotic kind of time. The whole Q4 is already like fast paced, it's chaotic. A lot of things are coming at us, a lot of things are going at the people, and that's why you have to be super prepared. But you also have a lot going on in your life and in your, you've got more parties, you've got more events, you have more, maybe your coach has more things going on, whatever it is, there's just so much going on. So the earlier you can prepare and the more assets you can get ready ahead of time, the better off you are. So think about this ahead of time, write your little list and just start mapping it out. Which day you're going to create this, which day you're going to create that, write it down, block off your calendar. Email sequences, 5 to 7 minimum emails, minimum. So you want some teaser emails, you want an announcement emails, some nurture emails. Then you want to get to the urgency and last call. And let's be honest. 5 to 7 would be maybe those first ones, and then 5 to 7 might be that urgency and last call. Right? Don't feel like, oh, I'm sending them to. Don't beat yourself up over that. And especially if you're not one to do that all that often, every now and then you just have to do it. It's worth it. Not everybody sees everything, and especially in this season. So you want to do the last call of the last call of the last call type emails during that time. So email sequence, 5 to 7, I would say upfront, and then maybe 5 to 7 of those urgency and last call kind of thing. Maybe 3 to 5. Maybe 3 to 5, depending on where you're drawing that line. All right, you want to create all of your carousels that you want to do. Reel series, right? What kind of reel series would align exactly with what you're doing? And you want to start those early. Carousel, same thing. Remember, we're starting to tease 4 weeks out. So if you're like, oh my God, I'm doing it in 3 weeks. Okay, well, do it 3 weeks out. Don't stress yourself out. Stay like zen about it. And make it fun. This is a great season to have fun, to be very active, to get out there. Do your thing. Q4 today. Start right now. Today is 90 days out. If you go live, if you do something and you're like, I'm all in, I'm doing the 90 days, tag me in it. I want to see it. All right, you need a sales page, maybe a simple checkout page. Maybe you're just like, oh, I don't have time for all this. I'm just going to create the product in Stripe. Okay, create the product in Stripe, send it to them in a DM. I'm okay with that, but get it done. Have it ready. If you're going to have a payment plan, have it ready. Get it done now. Don't wait until the last minute and then be like, oh my God, I don't even remember how to do this. I haven't done it in so long. Or I've never done this before. I have to figure it out. Don't do that. Do it right now. Maybe create your stories templates for Instagram and Facebook. Create those templates now. Don't wait, right? Lead magnets, bonuses. If you're adding any bonuses, if you're doing more than one lead magnet, if you're doing one lead magnet, create it right now. If you're doing more than one, create them ahead of time so that you have those ready. And then you want to have some DM prompt scripts or prompts or scripts, right? You want to have both of those ready to rock and roll. You want to have as many conversations as humanly possible the whole way. Because even if they don't buy early, like even if you don't do like a buy early type thing, you still want to be communicating with them and then have them in your world. Hey, did you see this? Hey, I just put this out. Add all that to them and get that excitement, build up going on, get them ready to rock and roll. So create a visual sales calendar. If it's the wall next to you and you want to post it note it. I heard this thing the other day. I wish I could tell you who told me this thing, but outside of your desk, like not where you're at daily, is a great place to put. In my desk, believe it or not, is an enormous desk. And outside of my desk, I have like a place where I can actually just sit, like maybe on my workout ball and do some post-it notes and then rearrange them. That's a great way to plan. A really great way to plan. So use post-it notes, use colored post-it notes, colored pens, get it, all excited. Put it in your calendars, put the color coordinate your calendars, but block the time, right? Block the time. And then mark those dates. Put stars around them, circle them, whatever you want to do. Mark the dates. You really want to know those dates ahead of time. Paste them everywhere if you need to. Write them on your bathroom mirror with your Sharpie. And then identify quiet weeks or prep or rest or anytime that like, okay, this is a huge launch. I'm going to need a day of rest afterwards. Don't give yourself a day of rest right after launch. Why? Because you have to onboard people. You have to bring people on. You have to, do all that. But give yourself rest when you need it. Give yourself prep time. Color coordinate those if you need to. Don't leave it out. That's the thing. Don't leave out onboarding. Don't like lead up to the thing and then be like, okay, they all bought and I'm going to check out for 2 weeks. Right? Everybody's going to return. Don't do that. So if you need to have the time, schedule hours, during those days that you can do it. You're not onboarding 24/7, right? Schedule hours during those days. Get everything else off of your calendar. Get help, right? This is a time. Ask for help ahead of time. If you know you're going to need babysitters, dog sitters, if you know you're going to need to miss this meeting or that meeting or whatever it is, get help ahead of time. Let people know ahead of time. Don't forget your audience's energy, right? They're going to be in planning mode too. So you don't have to go hard on buy now in December, maybe. Maybe they're in planning mode and you want to plan with them, right? You want to do some things. Let's get ready. And you could do that. People love that. So it doesn't have to be sell, 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 sell. It could be, maybe you do a freebie and no, and you do a freebie in October. You do a challenge or a masterclass or something in November, and then you sell in December, or you sell in November, you do a challenge or a masterclass in December, and then you sell again in January. It doesn't have to be you have to sell something massive every single month, right? All right. You want to get in a groove, and Q4 is like it's the most exciting time to get yourself in that kind of groove, and it's fun and there's a lot going on. And again, you can change your world in 90 days. All right, so you do not need an enormous launch. It doesn't have to be, I mean, how many clients do you need? If you got one, would that be amazing? If you got 10, would it change your world? Like, how many do you need to be like, wait, this was amazing. I'm doing it again, right? So some of you, that's one. Some of you, that's 10. Some of you are like, I need 10, every month or whatever. Make it happen. Do it. Remember where you're at as well. Be realistic in where you're at in your business. I mean, go all in, aim high, right? But if you fall a little short and you're still like, woo woo, that's awesome, then that's a good place, aim higher. But remind yourself where you're at in your business and where your audience is at, what you're, capable of delivering and doing. Because not all of us have the same amount of time in our lives. Not all of us have the same help. Not all of us have the same needs or goals or whatever. Just give yourself a 10-minute timer and decide, like, how much time do I have to dedicate to this? Where can I get the help from? What do I need? What resources? Just write down a whole list of how you're going to really get this done, and then go all in and start planning it out. Map out the calendar, map out the help, make those phone calls, cancel those meetings, whatever you need to do. All right, so you don't need an enormous launch, right? You just need whatever it is that you need. You need 2 or 3 micro promos, maybe intentional DMs, content that really aligns with it. You don't have to do like this flashy 5-week, be an end all thing. Don't worry about it. Clarity, consistency is wins way over complexity any day. All right, so if you want help decoding, like who's ready to buy, what's going on, and how to talk to them at every single stage, I gave away a thing called the buyer signal decoder sheet a while ago. I don't know if you got that. If you didn't, drop it down below and I'll give you that, because I think that's one of the stressors that people have is like, I don't really know who to jump in and talk to and if they're ready and how to lead that conversation without sounding pushy. And this is a great time of year. Remember, you want to be able to help people and give them the freebies. This is you giving, right? So give them lead magnets, lead them along as you go. Start doing your lives. It's fun. Let me see if I have anything. I mentioned waitlist earlier. That's a fun way to do it. Okay, I promised you before we jumped off, I would talk about what if your audience isn't warmed up, or maybe you've been doing this for years and you've had like a lull. Happens to the best of us, right? Maybe you're one of these. So that's a lot of people. Believe it or not, do not feel alone. Don't feel guilty, bad, blah, blah. Who cares? 90 days, start today. Everything can change. Start today. All right, so let's talk about signs your audience is cold. You're getting very few story views or poll votes, just your family showing up, crickets in your DMs or post comments. Maybe your list hasn't heard from you in weeks or months. Maybe you don't have a list. Maybe that's the type thing, right? So you can still promote, but let's warm them up first or bring them in, right? Start adding new people every single day. So step one, you want to do 7 days of engagement first content. Don't sell, just engage. Get those buyer signal stories out there, polls, questions, this or that. Find out what they're interested in. If nobody's answering you, don't worry about it. Number one, we talked about this last week. We had some issues with last week. I'm not sure I even reposted it. If you didn't get it and you want it, let me know. Anyway, we talked about just if a lot of your people are just ghosting you, don't stress yourself out. They might just end up in your DMs. Maybe you don't have enough of your right fit audience in yet. So start adding people, put that on your list right now. Add at least 20 people daily, try to connect with them or add them as friends. Get active. Make that a priority, is being super active on there. So if you're not getting enough comments or whatever, you want to focus on conversations, not conversions. So that's what you want to do if it's totally dead. Don't say, I'm going to give myself all of Q4 to do that. Don't do that, right? Don't do that. So you start and it doesn't go where you want to go. You still already started. You're still already giving you're starting. So if your snowball is here, it's like this little tiny itty bitty pieces of snow, and you're going to get it moving and moving and moving and moving. Don't wait until, oh, I'm just going to start in January. This year, I messed it up. Don't do that. I don't care if you're watching this video in November, start today, because no matter where you're at, it's still going to be better off than waiting until January, right? All right, so show up in value mode. If you haven't been active in a while, if you don't have an audience that's, communicating with you or engaging with you, or you don't even have an audience, right? Start anyway, do value mode and start bringing in new people and start showing them some love. Go on their accounts. Talk about what's happening in Q4, about how people feel in your industry, what they want, what's going on. You can share behind the scenes what you're doing, what you're planning. People love to see that, right? I'm going to start sharing with you guys some of my what I'm planning and what I'm doing. And then post content that repositions you as someone who helps solve problems now, right? Start repositioning your content, your messaging, everything to that person that you know that you are, the person you want to be, the business that you want to be, whatever it is, start it right now. Because when you start repeating it over and over and over again, it might take a while, but they will get it, right? Use soft CTAs, calls to action. Use soft CTAs instead of buy now, buy now. Jump on a call with me, jump on a call with me. Those are a lot stronger CTAs, right? You don't want to start with those. You want to do softer CTAs. So things like comment yes or drop decoder. Forget what I told you to drop. Drop decoder down here. Or drop Q4 if you want the planner, right? Drop Q4 if you want a planner. And then I'll DM it to you. So another way you want to not only do soft CTAs, but you want to use as little friction as humanly possible. So maybe this isn't the time to build your email list, because if you can just give them something in a DM, if you're already in the DMs, as opposed to making them go to a page and then sign up and register, you're going to lose. A lot of people won't go to the page. A lot of people go to the page and then they have to sign up and then they won't. You're going to lose people along the way. So you want to make sure that, you're putting the least amount of resistance as possible in what you're doing, so that they, so that, sorry, I got a little bit distracted. There's noise going on in my background. So that you can communicate. You want to have conversations. That's the biggest, most important thing. Have conversations. Because remember, people that are in your world that are interested in what you're doing, even if they're not going to buy right now, they're going to buy in the next, 60, 90 days. So start talking to the people, have those conversations, and make it light if your audience is not engaged yet. And then start those things. Hey, I'm thinking about running this. I'm thinking about doing that. Blah, blah, blah. Want in? You can do stuff like that. So focus on connection over conversion, at least for the first 7 to 10 days before you start that full promotion. And it doesn't mean you can't start the full promotion, because you don't know. You might have lurkers. You might have that one person that's like, oh my God, I've been waiting for this. I need it. Give it to them. So what? It's one person and not 10. Don't worry about it. Don't stress yourself out, right? So just keep in mind, you want to do a little bit more warm up time, right? Maybe your promotions are to webinars and challenges, or things like that, rather than sell, 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 sell. If you want to do your big promotion in November, like maybe your Black Friday is your big thing, you can do light promotion from now until then with lead magnets, freebies. If you don't understand that, just DM me and I'll explain it to you. But you can do lead magnets, freebies, give things away that is useful to them, a cheat sheet, a checklist, anything like that. Like I'm going to give the planner away, Q4 if you want it, the decoder if you wanted that. And then taper off. If you go hard into that November, then taper off, and then, go back into give mode before you do it again. So just create a flow that really works up. If you do the, if you do the, Black Friday, right? Maybe because you're going to promote after a little bit too, then you want to slow it down, right? You want to slow it down. So then you want to promote something else, wait list something, wait until like the 16th and then start doing that again. Anyway, map out your calendar so you understand it well. All right, if you want the promotion planner, drop Q4 below. Love to send it over to you. Let me know in the comments or DMs what you're planning to promote this quarter. I want to hear it. Are you doing 3? Are you doing 1? Are you doing like 3 that lead to sales? Are you doing lead magnet, some sort of conversion event? And then, how are you doing it? I want to hear all about it. And if you need help mapping it out, love to jam on that with you. All right. Have an amazing rest of your day. And I will see you.